Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I have the house to myself, and what do? I am sitting in the garage, talking to myself, and staring at my car. I don't have anything better to do. So guys, today I want to talk to you about a dilemma or a problem that I'm starting to see in the Subaru WRX and STI community. Now in videos past, I've mentioned to you guys that Subarus tend to hold their value the best in comparison to a lot of the other platforms out there. So their rate of depreciation is significantly slower. However, that in itself is a problem. What I mean by that is, say for example, if you're considering onboarding into a WRX or an STI, you know, buying a brand new one might be quite challenging financially. So what do? You go into the used market, right? And the problem with that is, I know that some of you guys have been looking at used WRXs and STIs, and you're like, why is the price tag so high? You know, why are people asking for so much? And that's kind of one of the trade-offs of this whole dilemma, right? That the rate of depreciation is so slow. And so people are asking for a lot for their, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 year old Subaru WRX or STI. And at that price point, it's better off to just go brand new. So for those of you who are considering onboarding, it's like, man, why is the used market so expensive? And then for the ones you do see that are reasonably priced, you check it out and it just doesn't look like everything checks out, right? Like it looks like it's salvage title, it may have been in a fender bender, or the owner is kind of avoiding certain questions, not trying to give you like real answers and whatnot. So it's kind of like scary in the used market side of things. So the people who have been reaching out to me, they're like, hey, look, check out this link. How come this price tag is so high? And that's what I would share with them, that unfortunately, the rate of depreciation is slow. So the people who are selling their used WRX or STI, they're asking for a lot more. So I always recommend that you go brand new, because in a way, it also brings a message, provides a message to our company, our parent company of Subaru, and say, hey, we really love your product and we're going to support it, so we're going to buy brand new. The caveat is, of course, we take the depreciation hit ourselves as a consumer, and so that's a trade-off that you're going to have to ask yourself personally if you're willing to do so. And so onboarding may seem kind of challenging, and so that's why you know, in the early beginnings of my YouTube channel, a lot of people really thought that I worked for the dealership, which I don't. I don't have any type of relation with them, except that I'm a Subaru ambassador and I'm helping you guys out. Now, for those of us who already own a WRX or an STI, it's becoming more evident that it's challenging to sell our car off because there's such an abundance of it out on the market right now. And the reason being is because, like I said before, the rate of depreciation is so slow, and so many of the folks who have been here early on are able to milk that, right? So like, for example, my 2018 base Subaru WRX here I've owned for a year. It's sitting at, I think, like 10,500 miles, and the Kelly Blue Book value for this car right now is sitting at about 23 grand, and I currently own 16 grand on it. So if I were to sell my car, private sell, and I was able to find a buyer, at the most I could get, you know, anywhere from like 6-7K back. So which is actually a really good trade-off, right? So for example, like, I've owned this beautiful WRX for 1 year. I've had a blast. If I wanted to opt out of it and I were to sell it off, I would get about 6 to 7 grand back. Essentially, that was the down payment that I put. All I did, if you think about it, you know, financially, all I ever did was just made the payment for the depreciation, and I made the payments for insurance. That was really it. It's like a 1 year rental, so to say. So it's really good for me to back out, and then I could be like, hey, with the 7 grand, I'm kind of curious about the STI. Let's give this a go, right? So you could hop onto any other platform of your choice. So in the, you know, because Subaru is so popular now, a lot of people are doing that, and in a way it causes a ripple effect to the entire, you know, like, car community itself. And so now we are at the tail end of this platform, and there's so many people who are considering opting out because, you know, of all the discussion about, hey, there might be a potential 2021, you know, a revised platform, there might be a new STI, we might get a new engine, you know, all this speculation and whatnot. So people are kind of like, just holding out and hoping that we're gonna get something cool. And so because of that, many people are kind of hopping out of the WRX community because the WRX is a lot more common than the STI. So the problem with that too is that I don't see a lot of people getting the money that they want out of it. So like, if I was to really sell this car for $24K, I'd be hard pressed to find a buyer willing to spend that money to get a 1-year-old car that has, you know, almost 11,000 miles on it. They would rather just, you know, spend an extra few grand and go to the dealership and buy a completely brand new one, and, you know, warranty will be intact, clean slate, everything. So, in a way, this whole, you know, slow rate of depreciation is kind of causing a ripple effect, a little bit of a dilemma in the Subaru WRX community. So it's really hard for new people to come on board to buy used. They're forced to buy brand new. And for those of us who already own a WRX or STI, it's getting kind of challenging to sell it off and to hop out. So that's just a dilemma I wanted to share with you guys. And, you know, I'd love to hear your feedback or your thoughts on it. But yeah, really, in the end, it's interesting how society and how the community has shifted. So, like in the beginning, when I first was interested in Subaru and I wanted to hop onto this platform, Subaru wasn't really that popular, and there weren't that many Subarus on the road. And so I wanted to be a little bit different. And at the time I graduated college in 2014, that was roughly around the time when the, you know, VA chassis and the platform here was launched. And so this was like completely brand new, and I was like, I'm gonna hop onto this. I couldn't afford it, but I waited and, you know, took my time. And then now, especially here in California, Subarus are abundant. Like, they're everywhere now. So many of us who are true Subaru enthusiasts, we're kind of just waiting, because for the most part, you know, I don't want to be mean or rude about it, but there's a lot of people who are just bandwagoning Subaru. So like, especially, you know, as I said before in a previous video, that, you know, the stigma is that Subarus are the new Hondas. And it's because a lot of these new generation, you know, or former Honda folks, they hop onto the Subaru platform, and, you know, they pretty much muck up everything for us. But then, you know, in the next few years, maybe there's gonna be a new fad or new platform. They're all gonna hop and jump ships. And so for those of us who are true Subaru enthusiasts, we're gonna stay around, because for the most part, Subaru owners are reoccurring owners. So, you know, if something were to happen to my WRX here, more than likely you'll see me in another Subaru, maybe another WRX, or maybe an STI. But, you know, I could speak for some of us that we're all kind of just waiting for all of the bandwagon folks to leave the platform, so that way we could have our platform back, you know, and to pretty much be who we are again. Because right now there's just a lot of interesting things going on. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys like this video. The purpose of this video is just to inform you guys. Feel free to you know, leave your own comments, your own thoughts down below in the comment section. If you guys want my help personally, again, with helping to buy your own Subaru WRX, Subaru WRX or STI of choice, you know, email me down below, tombanktv@gmail.com. But with that, guys, thumbs up, thumbs down. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.